Welcome everyone to a special back-to-back double show of wonderful cruise offers from Cruise1st with Derek and Joe.
Hello.
You're going to get very used to us over the next hour because we have just the answer if you need to get away, and soon, for some amazing sunshine and some, quite frankly, ridiculous price tags.
Yes, that's right. We've got the chance to sail off to the Canaries and Madeira for early December, or maybe a nice pre-Christmas 2-week cruise in the Caribbean, flying straight to Barbados.
Yes.
Sounds like heaven, doesn't
Yes.
it? Well, we've got drinks package offers galore in this show too, so keep watching.
Yeah, we have. We also have breaks for February and March with MSC to Italy, Sardinia and Spain with a Palma de Mallorca stay. And a break to cruise Mexico and the Bahamas with a stay in Orlando, plus a mighty cruise over 13 nights from Lisbon to Miami with a stay. This show is bursting, let me tell you. Most of the offers in this show have good date ranges on them as well, so if you can't make the feature date but you like the sound of the package, happy days, we'll find the perfect deal just for you.
Yes, let's get started then, taking MSC's world class around the Italian Med from Barcelona for a week, starting on the 31st of January, where we fly off to Barcelona to meet the MSC World Europa.
Lovely.
Yeah, well, I mean, this is the absolute pinnacle of cruising when it comes to MSC, isn't it? The World Europa, their newest, freshest, most exciting ship in world class. So different. Even the actual design of the ship and the way it moves through the water has been
sleek, isn't it?
It's very sleek. It's been dynamically designed, you know, to optimize your cruising experience in not just being on board, but actually the smooth sailing of the vessel.
Go
as well.
faster stripes for a ship.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, she's just absolutely gorgeous. You know, the dynamic design from one deck to the next. You know, you're always expecting something different from every space to the next on MSC, and I love that contrast of different stylings, whether in the buffet or the main dining room or up in the spa. You will feel like you're in an entirely different hotel almost from one place to the next. And of course, for that quintessential Italian flair as well, you'll enjoy some of the best Italian food on board, but also they have tons of different cuisine for you to enjoy, from butcher's cut through to olataco, you know, all your favorites. Teppanyaki as well, you know, which is a fun dining experience.
Microbrewery there as well.
Ooh.
And the gin project that looks good. I mean, I'm still on that fad. I know it's like 5 years later, you know, where you have every gin flavour under the sun.
Yeah.
I know that's kind of, that moment has almost passed a little bit, but I'm still well in it.
Well, you've got 70 craft gins to try with classic cocktails. They're expertly prepared by the gin tenders, along with a vintage Crawley shaker inspired from a real distillery. You've got the Zest juice bar there as well, which has lovely fresh ingredients.
Champagne bar.
Champagne bar.
Champagne for everyone.
There is nothing better than being on a cruise of an evening, dressed up to the nines with a glass of champers in hand. Just
one at a time, responsibly.
Exactly. Watching the people stroll by on the promenade.
Yes, I was just thinking actually, there's a lovely buzz on the MSC ships because they are bigger ships, there are more people on them, and that makes a really nice buzz all the time actually, especially if you're out sunshine cruising as well, because it's really lovely. You've got the mix of the people up on deck, you know, doing their thing, dancing around the pool,
yeah,
you know, laying on lounges and whatever, and then you've got all the fun stuff on the inside of the ship as well. So it's really nice. There's a real buzz around every lounge, restaurant, bar that you go to. It's nice. It's really nice and sociable.
And can we talk about the first department store at sea as well, featured in the atrium?
Lovely.
Wow. Yeah, if you love to shop, now the Italians love their brands, and you're going to be finding some world-renowned brands on board, of course, at tax and duty-free pricing, potentially, depending on where you are in the world, and lots of things to shop for. But also, you've got the Venom Drop, which is a dry slide spanning 11 decks. That is for thrill seekers for sure. Now we're cruising out of Barcelona, and the first port's going to be lovely Marseille, in beautiful Provence in France, and of course they're known for their cheese and wine, the French. You might want to do a little gastro tour on offer on board, of course. There's also strolling the old town, see the Notre Dame de la Garde, which is lovely. Genoa's next, which is kind of gateway to a lot of lovely places to visit in northern Italy. You've got Portofino, Santa Margherita, and indeed just there in the port, you know, walk around the old town and enjoy some of the history on offer. Civitavecchia is next, which is the gateway to the Eternal City of Rome and has been since the 13th century. So incredible history, of course. Rome, the Eternal City. You go and see the hot spots like the Colosseum, the Spanish Steps, the Vatican. You can do all of that in a day, by the way. Then it's Messina, Sicily, which is beautiful, and you've got Taormina not too far away to do a day trip. You might want to head up Mount Etna and do one of those great coach tours which takes you all around the sites to get a little taste of everything. Then it's Valletta in Malta, beautiful Malta. Bustling streets lined with superb Baroque buildings and churches, delicious food. You've got the Blue Grotto to visit as well if you fancy a little bit of a boat trip. Now a day at sea sees us back into Barcelona, where you'll disembark after a great little week away. Now if you do want to stay in Barcelona for a few days either side, speak to our team who can of course arrange that for you.
Yeah, good time of the year actually to be there as well, January, isn't it? It's not too busy in Barcelona. It's lighter and brighter, I'm sure, than it will be here in the UK. And it's a lovely city to spend time in, actually, especially if you can go that 3 or 4 streets back and go and dine where the locals dine. Go and find the restaurants that the locals go to, because they're absolutely fantastic. And all you need to do is kind of just disappear down this little myriad of back streets in Barcelona and just keep going, and you'll find these charming little places like 4 or 5 tables big, and they are wonderful. Anyway, that's if you decide to stay in Barcelona. Now, this package, by the way, it runs from December this year all the way through to December next year. The itineraries might change ever so slightly date by date, but it's worth knowing that if you want to go a little bit sooner, you can. And if you want to go a little bit later, you can as well. But for the 31st of January, the price I'm going to give you right now is your flights to and from Barcelona and a week of cruising on World Europa, with your gratuities included, to France, Italy and Valletta in Malta, which is so charming. You'll love it. Back into Barcelona, of course, flight back to the UK. Check it out. Check this out. Check this out. Sorry, that was a bit 80s, wasn't it? 500. Can we edit that out, Mr. P? Thank you. £579 per person. That is ridiculously good, don't you think? Less than £600. That's a week of full board cruising with tips included, flights to and from Barcelona. And hang on just a moment, please, before you pick up your phone, because on this, if you book an ocean view with a lovely view of the ocean, for just an extra $199 per person, we'll upgrade your lovely view of the ocean to a doors of the balcony for free. How about that? So an extra £200 each, let's say, and that takes you to balcony. How ridiculous. And cheers to a good deal on the premium extra drinks package as well, because if you want to add that, just £27 per person per night. Thank you very much. Here are your details. So it's only one upgrade to balcony. You pay the ocean view price, we'll upgrade you to a balcony. It's amazing. So what's that? 579 plus 200 is 779. Don't worry, Mr. P. Calculator away. I can work that out for myself. 779, actually 778, I know, if we want to be pedantic, is your balcony price there, because you pay the ocean view upgrade, we upgrade you to balcony. You've also got your yacht club price there as well. Premium extra drinks package, £27 per person per night, which is pretty darn good if you think about it. It's less than £1,000 to make it all-inclusive on a balcony on that offer right now for this date, the 31st of January. If you want the prices for any of the other dates, which start as soon as December this year, right the way through to December next year, where itineraries might vary by date, just give us a call right now on 0800 953 4700. And that, to be honest, why do the rest of the hour? Because I think that perfectly shows what we can do with an MSC deal, doesn't it? Our job here is done. Thank you, good night. That's all we need to do, really, isn't it? But we will show you so many more as well. This is why we are totally in love with MSC Cruises. And it's not just about the prices, it's about what you're getting for those prices.
It really is.
We've been on the ships as well, and we were like, wow, this is not necessarily what I expected for the price tags that we have on offer. Do you know what I mean?
I mean, I'm continually blown away by the value for money that you get
Yeah.
from MSC. It's just such a competitive brand in the market, and the feedback is amazing. You
Yeah.
love it, we love it. So, you know, let's get booking, and not just one deal. You might see 2 or 3 you want to pinpoint, you know, put deposits down on. That's the idea of this, to kind of give you a lot of food for thought. But we have a getaway for March next for 10 nights for, you know, time on the beach and enjoying the sun, plus a fabulous cruise to Italy, Spain and Sardinia. So we fly you first off to Palma de Mallorca for a 3-night hotel stay.
Oh,
I love this. We
nice.
don't often see a cheeky little stay in Palma before a
I've
cruise.
never been. It looks amazing.
It is gorgeous. Palma de Mallorca is incredible. Downtown is lovely, but you've got the cathedral and you've got the boardwalk, but you've got Puerto Soller on the other side of the island. The caves as well are interesting to visit. Just, you know, a dreamy, sun-drenched paradise.
Good shopping?
Good shopping there as well.
Nice.
Then it's time for us to board the MSC Lirica. And we're going to be on board for 7 nights as well. So a wonderful adventure. Classic MSC cruising. The quintessential, very sort of Italian style, as you see, right, the polished beams and kind of the gorgeous sort of almost mosaic designs as well. Beverly Hills Bar, that's a fun place to hang out and grab your cocktails, your glasses of champers. Oh, the piano bar. You know, I love this because they often do dueling pianos on board and fun activities like that, or they call it rockaroke as well, where you go up and you you know, request a tune and the pianist or the musicians will play it and you sing. So it's like karaoke, but
good.
a little bit different.
Can I do my Rocket Man then?
Yeah, you can.
Lovely. Oh, I've just given Mr. P an idea for karaoke for our cruise. Uh-oh.
I'm just thinking about the lyrics for that now. Right, so yeah, when it comes to activities, you'll be spoilt for choice, whether it's evening quiz and bingo, or, you know, going to the theatre and actually just watching the fantastic shows, or enjoying a cocktail and just watching the world float by from one of their lovely scenic viewpoints.
And enjoying the service on board, because the team on board with MSC are they are fantastic. They really are. They will answer any questions. They're very, very cheerful. They're very, very happy. It's really refreshing to get on board one of these ships. And this is a little bit more classic MSC cruising, which is lovely actually, because some people prefer the slightly smaller ships, the slightly pared back ships, you know, very elegant, very refined. Everything you need is there, but it's less about the thrills and spills and adventure and more about the experience of cruising, which is lovely actually, because sometimes it's nice to kind of, you know, just knock it down a gear sometimes, isn't it?
Adventure golf too. You don't see this on a lot of ships, and I love mini golf. Shuffleboard, they've got the whole shuffleboard up there. Gymnasium.
Do you know, I thought, forgive me, every day's a school day for me. I thought shuffleboard was something you sat at a table and played. I didn't realise it was a deck thing.
No, it's a proper outdoor game.
Okay, we need a game of shuffleboard.
Yeah, it's fun. I used to host shuffleboard and go, you know, ping pong tournaments and all of that fun stuff.
It looks like hopscotch.
Yeah, it's not. Don't worry.
We need to play.
You need to play it when you're on board your Cruise with Derek's for sure. Now, the spa, loads of treatments, everything from your fire and ice pedicure through to, you know, full body seaweed wraps or a haircut. Perhaps you're going to have your hair cut and coloured. You know, you're on holiday, so you can enjoy and indulge. There's a thermal suite up there. There's the gym as well, so you can work out. And the Broadway style shows are fantastic in the Broadway Theatre, and you've even got, you know, the Adagio. You've got loads of fun activities to enjoy in the theatre. Oh, there's game shows too. Yeah, so we're cruising out of Palma de Mallorca. The first port is beautiful Valencia. Now, this is Spain's 3rd city, and you've got the gateway there to the old town is the Cuatro Serranos, the 4 towers that surround it, for the Plaza de la Virgen. And you also have Calle Caballeros for lots of great shopping in the old town. It's a wonderful city. I spent a year living there. Cagliari in Sardinia is next, and you can go and see the ruins of Nora, and they have some really interesting historical sites in Cagliari. It is very beautiful, and the beaches as well are stunning. Grab a cannoli when you're down there. You've got to do it. Civitavecchia next, of course, gateway to Rome. Now, if you don't want to head into Rome, Civitavecchia itself is a really adorable town. Great coffee shops, some really nice boutiques, so you don't have to stray too far away. But Just a train journey away, you have the Eternal City. Then it's Livorno, and Livorno is a wonderful place, stopping off point to visit Florence and Pisa. And indeed, Florence is amazing with the Uffizi Gallery, Ponte Vecchio, the Duomo. What a romantic city Florence is. Next up, it's Marseille, the largest port in the Mediterranean, second largest city in France as well. It's got great stopping off point for different places in Provence to visit. Maybe you want to go to the Savon, the soap factory, when you're there. Then we're back to Palma de Mallorca for a short flight back to the UK after this fantastic getaway in springtime. Love it.
Or you book an extra few nights in Palma de Mallorca and just eke it out a little bit longer.
Yes.
And say, I'm not ready to go home yet.
Sounds like torture.
Yeah. Oh, it's a tough job being on holiday, isn't it? But it needs to be done. And it needs to be done to the max right now, because I think we need it. So, if you love the idea of the package, the other dates for the package run from December to March next year. So from this December through to next March. And the price I'm going to give you is for the 25th of March and includes your return flights to Palma de Mallorca, 3-night holiday hotel stay there for you. So that's like a holiday on its own, really, isn't it? And then you've got your 7-night Italy, Sardinia and France cruise on MSC Lirica with your gratuities included. No way. Really? You will be adding 3 more nights in Palma at the end of this cruise, because look, what's this, 10 nights as it is? Wow. Got to top that up by a few more nights, haven't you, for some extra nights in Palma? That would be lovely to do. Is that for real? That's crazy, isn't it? So remember, this price is for this date, 25th of March. Package runs from this December through to March. So there are other dates. Obviously, price varies by date. But you could be doing this Christmas time, I guess, couldn't you? Around that kind of time. Talk to the team. But if you fancy getting your hands on this, I'd be quick, because at $699, I almost wish we hadn't said that on telly, really, because, you know, there's thousands of people watching this all at the same time. We'll all be looking at that price going, what? You for real? You for real? It is, you know. You can make this all-inclusive as well. Add premium extra drinks for just £35 per person per night when you book that, when you talk to our team right now. But you need to, as the kids say, get on this, like get on it like a car bonnet. Is that what they say? Oh, they used to say that 6 years ago. Okay, let's show you the upgrade details then, as I hide my face in shame.
I think that 15 years ago.
What's the phrase right now? Isn't it fetch is the big thing at the moment, isn't it? If something's fetch, it's good.
I think that was from Mean Girls like 20 years ago.
Oh, okay. I need to get myself well up to date then, don't I? Please feel free to help this old man out, won't you, with any current phrases that the kids are using. Spot the man who doesn't have children or grandchildren. Email me, studio@cruise1st.tv. But anyway, after you've booked this, £699 each right now for March, and that's your flights to and from Palma de Mallorca, 3 nights in a hotel there and 7 nights of full board cruising on MSC Lirica. It's crazy. I mean, what do I need to say about how good that is? It's ridiculous. So call us right now, 0800 953 4700. Would you be able to just pop the email address just up on the screen just very, very quickly for my friends at home, Mr. P, if you will. So if you know what the latest phrase that the kids are using for, you know how they've said like things are sick and on fleek and all of that kind of stuff. What's the latest phrase? Would you let me know? studio@cruise1st.tv. Mr. P's just asked me to remind you to please keep it clean, because this is a family show. Anyway, listen, while you get an email written to me, let's hear from some of our customers here at Cruise First about what they love about cruising.
For me, I think it's getting to see a lot of different places, having a little taster of different places, and then deciding, is it somewhere that I would like to come back and see a little bit more of, really. And that's why me and my husband have chosen to do cruises.
I love meeting people. I like getting away from my bungalow by the sea on my own and being with other people and having a great time and meeting friends, some friends that I still keep in contact with now from lots of past cruises. That's really good.
You can never get bored on a cruise ship. Whether it's at a destination or it's got a sea day, there's always plenty to do. You never get bored. You don't even know you're sailing. And when you're sailing, as I say, you're sailing at night and you don't even know. You can't feel anything. And I'd highly recommend cruises, most definitely.
That's so nice to hear as well, actually, because, you know, people, and it always, in all the nearly 15 years I've been on telly talking about cruises, I always love when I meet people, when I meet you guys that have been cruising, who said, you know what, before we saw the shows and whatever, never even thought about it, actually were maybe against it, maybe had, you know, would tell you all the reasons why they don't do it.
Right.
But people that try it for the first time and then say, oh, you know what, it is good, actually. You know, it's not just flim flam that we're talking on the TV. I mean, actually, we really do tell it as it is, because we go on the ships as well.
Yeah.
And we know what we like, and actually we take those bits and say, actually, you know what, this is a real review of really great times where there are no dead spots during the day. It's really fantastic. It's lovely to meet you as well and hear about why you love cruising, because for us, you're the most important thing, really. So there you go. It's amazing. So let's do another adventure with MSC then, shall we? And it's going to take us to the sun, beaches and pure paradise on MSC Divina this time, sailing from Portugal out to the Caribbean, rounding off with a stay in Miami. Now, it's 16 nights and it starts on the 24th of October next year. And we're flying first out to Lisbon to join MSC Divina. Lisbon's a nice place to start your cruise. Let me tell you, it's a very pretty place to start your cruise. You might want a couple of nights in a hotel there before you cruise. We can sort that out for you. The package as it is flies us straight out and gets us straight on board Divina.
Yes, and she's so pretty.
Yeah, lovely.
So elegant. And actually, this ship was inspired by Sophia Loren.
Yeah.
So it's all about old school Hollywood glamour. From that famed Swarovski staircase. There's about 600 Swarovski crystals on every stair, by the way. That is quite an investment of these cruise ships. And you've got to have your selfie taken on the staircase. Through to the elegance and glamour that really just every single deck is drenched in. And you'll just love the experience of taking pictures all around the ship and feeling like $1 million. And of course, you know, when you're on a ship, when you're on a cruise, it is that optimum opportunity to get all of the sequins and all of the sparkles out of the wardrobe, dust off the glad rags, those pieces that you keep only maybe for Christmas. Get them out, ladies, because this is your ample opportunity to wear them.
Yes, and have professional pictures taken on the ship by the photographers as well, because they're a really, really lovely keepsake to bring back, because they do a good job. You know, if you're a bit wobbly, even taking phones with your pictures with your phone, let the photographers on board, you know, take some really special shots for you, which will be with you, you know, to pass on to the family and whatever for years to come. How lovely. Right, out of Lisbon, here we go.
Yes, and we're going to Funchal in beautiful Madeira first, where you can spend a lovely afternoon strolling around the old town, taking pictures and, you know, enjoying some of the Portuguese tapas, or perhaps head up to Mount Toboggan and take the cable car. We're then crossing the Atlantic, and the first port we're heading into is gorgeous St John's, Antigua, where they have a beach quite literally for every day of the year. There's 365 of them. Horse riding on the beach on Dickinson's Bay is one of my particular favourite excursions, even if you're not a horsey person. Philipsburg St Martin is up next. Whether you head over to Marigot, the French side, or you stay in Philipsburg, the Dutch side, this is an enchanting island and an island of two personalities. And right downtown, you've got great beaches and shopping as well. Great tax and duty free there, as there is in San Juan in Puerto Rico as well. Great shopping there. But the rainforest is spectacular. You can do zip lining through the rainforest. You can head up to the fortress or El Morro Castle. It really is Europe with a Caribbean flair. Then we're disembarking in Miami, and we're not heading home yet, because why would we when we're in Miami? We've got 2 nights to enjoy one of the most vibrant cities on earth. And my goodness, whether it's strolling on Collins Avenue and seeing the incredible mid-century and deco architecture in that protected street, which is just, I mean, love these buildings, or strolling to Lincoln Mall, which is a wonderful outdoor shopping area, or Wynwood Art District. Miami has got this reputation, it's got this pull, it's got this vibrance, it's got this exuberance that you will be drawn to Trust me on this one, and you'll want to come back time after time. We're then going to fly you back to the UK after that cheeky little mini break in Miami. Now, if you do want to extend your trip and stay longer in Miami, or even head to New York, which is only a 2-hour flight away, speak to our team and they might be able to sort that out for you. They will be able to sort that out for you. But you've got to, of course, you've got so many options.
And of course, if you want to be in Lisbon the day before the cruise goes, a couple of days before, spend a couple of nights in a hotel there, do that with us as well. Do it as part of your package, because remember, we're ABTA bonded and ATOL protected. So when you do all of that as part of your holiday package, every single penny of that is absolutely protected. It's almost like you're, and I shouldn't say this really, I won't be thanked in the office for saying this, but it's almost like you're passing the responsibility of the whole booking over to someone else. So it's not on your shoulders at all. All you literally need to do is just, you know, go on the holiday and love it and enjoy it. Everything else taken care of for you. So this is for October next year. It's your flight to Lisbon, your 13-night cruise on MSC Divina to Madeira, across the pond to the Caribbean, ending in Miami with 2 nights in a hotel there, and the flight back to the UK. I tell you what, try doing that all on your own, making the arrangements and doing it, coming in at this kind of budget. That's ridiculous, isn't it? And this is because, you know, MSC Cruises are the largest independently owned cruise company in the world. So they're not governed by any kind of levels of hierarchy or parent company, which is demanding, you know, shareholder value for money or what, all of that kind of stuff. You know, it's basically one family business, the Aponti family in Italy, whose generations go back 300 years. So they can decide where they price. And actually, the testament is here, because it's a great cruise. It's a lovely cruise. The ships are beautiful, but you're just not paying the same kind of prices as you are for other cruises. It is as simple as that. Here are your prices on this package to upgrade to Ocean View, to Balcony, or indeed to the Aurea Suite, where you also get priority access into the Aurea Spa as well, and some other perks which come with that too, which is rather nice. Again, if you want to discuss this with our team, of course, and tailor the package, you know, as we both talked about, you know, add a stay in Lisbon before you cruise, extend the stay in Miami if you want to, fly on to New York or somewhere else in America before you come home. You can do all of that with us and we'll sort it all out for you. Make it really, really simple. Make it the holiday that you want it to be. 0800 953 4700 is the number to call. But when you're working with that kind of budget for that kind of holiday, you kind of think there's wriggle room there, isn't there?
Yeah.
There's definitely wriggle room there. And what a holiday to remember as well. Brilliant. Jump on it right now. 0800 953 4700. I can't believe we're nearly halfway through the show already.
Crazy.
Now, normally at this point, we would be saying thank you for your company and we'll see you soon. But on this show, we're staying for another half hour. So this is a 1-hour special with MSC, which is fantastic, because you know how much we love talking about MSC Cruises as well. We love talking about all the major cruise lines, but we have a particularly fond relationship and working arrangements with MSC. We work so closely side by side. Of course, remember, I'm about to cruise with lots of you with MSC as well, and we are heading off to sail the same seaside class right now with MSC, February, to Mexico and the Bahamas, all with an Orlando stay thrown in for good measure.
Brilliant.
Oh, I can't wait for Orlando.
Oh my gosh, you're going to love it, Derek.
Oh yeah, honestly, I'm like this, I'm ready. 12 nights this package is, and it starts on the 26th of February. We're jetting over to Orlando first for a 4-night hotel stay on International Drive.
International Drive. My goodness. Wow. This is one of the most exciting places on earth, in my opinion, because you are right in the thick of things. Great shopping either end. They have the prime and premium outlets to enjoy, but you are stone's throw for some of the greatest theme parks on earth. Of course, you have got Magic Kingdom, Universal Studios, Animal Kingdom, Disney Studios, Epcot. Oh, Epcot's my favourite.
I'm writing all these down.
You've got SeaWorld, you've got Universal, Busch Gardens. Not too far away, you've got your Kennedy Space Center down in Cocoa Beach, not Legoland. Not too far away, you've got great kayaking in some of the wonderful little cenotes and you know, very temperate climate lagoons nearby, which I did last time.
Are you telling me that 4 nights is really not going to be enough?
I think you could jam pack pack a lot into 4 nights, actually. But if you want to extend it, you can absolutely speak to us about it. Speak to us about doing that for you. Down to Port Canaveral, where you will join the MSC Seashore, very new ship, for 7 fabulous nights as we head to the Caribbean. Now, she's seaside class with a nod to New York City. So you'll find a lot of the venues on board are named after areas in New York, like Tribeca, Brooklyn. Like, you've got those fun kind of connections with the restaurants and the different venues on the ship as well, and also the architecture and design work of the ship reflects that. Yeah, it's
absolutely
beautiful.
Stunning ship.
You know, the Bridge of Sighs, for example, when you walk across it, it's sighs. The infinity whirlpools and, you know, also lovely different little coves around the ship are lovely to enjoy with a cocktail. Water slides.
Yeah, which are great fun to do. And the seaside class is all about sunshine cruising. So it's about enjoying as much as you can out of doors in the best of the, you know, making the most of the climate in the part of the world you're in as well. So you'll find in a lot of the restaurants, you'll be able to eat in and eat out.
Yeah, al fresco, yeah. Oh, look at the atrium.
I know, Times Square.
That is the ode to Times Square.
Yeah.
How exciting is that going to be, just watching that every evening walking through the atrium. Teppanyaki, that's really fun. They've got the delicious sushi bar as well on offer. Lots of wonderful dining experiences. Butcher's Cut, which we all love. Ola Tacos and Cantina is also wonderful for Mexican food. Tribeca Restaurant. So you, of course, included in your cruise fare, you have your dining room and your buffet. That's all included. But if you do want to do specialty dining to treat yourself, you know, for an additional nominal fee, then it's always there. It's nice to experience all of the different dining options and bar options whilst you're on board.
And you can buy packages on board for restaurants as well and do a number of different restaurants in a package. You can talk to our team about that and they'll tell you more about it. But, you know, it's well worth doing because the specialty dining is superb. I mean, it's really, really good for the money you pay. And for what you get for that, it's brilliant, honestly. You'll love the entertainment as well. Again, that's something that's well worth treating yourself to. You know, really, really nice visual shows, lots of different choices of entertainment as well, right the way through the ship. But you'll be blown away. You'll be absolutely blown away at just how beautiful the ship is. They're gorgeous. So we're sailing out of Port Canaveral and straight into the private marine reserve of MSC into Ocean Key. And you're here for 2 wonderful days.
That's amazing. 2 days on your private island.
Yeah.
I can't think of anything better.
Nice.
Private island, this is specifically owned by MSC. Well, they have a 99-year lease, I believe. Yeah. So it's a marine reserve. So they work on protecting the local marine life. You'll see some spectacular marine life in the Bahamas. The ocean in the Bahamas is like nothing else, honestly. There's trips you can book as well. There's the lighthouse. It is unspoilt paradise, and you're there for 2 nights. Then it's Costa Maya. Now, in Costa Maya, you can go and visit some amazing ancient Aztec and Mayan ruins. The Chacoban Mayan ruins are not too far away. Grab a golf buggy and head to Mahahual, the downtown area, for some tacos and margaritas. Then it's Cozumel, talking of tacos and margaritas, which is just such a beautiful island. Great shopping as well, downtown, tax and duty free. Snorkel, dive, swim with sea lions, head out and see the dolphins, or head over to Tulum to see the ruins. Now, a day at sea sees us back into Port Canaveral, where you'll disembark and we will fly you home. If you do want to extend at the end as well, and maybe head somewhere else in the States, again, speak to our team about doing that.
You just reminded me, Joe, actually, you bought me back a T-shirt, didn't you, from Tulum?
Oh, yeah.
When you were in Mexico.
Yeah.
I still have it. It's wonderful.
Well,
it's
you
nice.
might go there this time.
Well, who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows? It might be nice to bring back some nice souvenirs, and of course, you can do that as a memory of your time there. Although, don't leave it just once. Do it again. You know, at some point, you've got to do it, haven't you? Now, if you like liking the look of the package, other dates for it run from this December right the way through to next November. I'm going to give you the price for the 26th of February, and included in that price is your flight out to Orlando. an included 4-night hotel stay there, and then 7 nights of cruising on MSC Seashore from Port Canaveral to Mexico. Your overnight at Ocean Key is included, and of course your gratuities on board, plus your flight back at the end of the cruise. You are kidding me. Holy cannoli. Look at that. That was nearly something stronger than I remember. We're a family show. 1199. 1199. Just breathe that in for a moment. And that's a reality. And that's going soon, right? Where are we now? End of February. That's not long to wait at all for a holiday like this. If you want to add premium extra drinks to this, good news, special price, just £29 per person per night. Do it when you book. Do it when you book your cruise. It will be well worth doing it. In fact, let's look at the upgrades, and I'll ask Mr. P to get his calculator out and work out how much it would be to be all-inclusive on our deal there. So it's £29 per person per night. It's 7 nights cruise, just 203 for the drinks package, so just over £1,400 all-inclusive. Thank you very much. Oh yeah, actually, yeah, good point, Mr. P. Actually, let's just put that ocean view into the equation as well. So under £1,500, ocean view all inclusive. What do you think? I was going to say all exclusive there. All inclusive with your drinks package. One at a time, remember, responsibly, if you want to add that. What was that, Mr. P? You could be exclusive in the yacht club. You absolutely could be, yes, because that's your absolutely turning left existence, isn't it? Yeah, that's your beyond a first class upgrade, that, because you get your own pool deck, own restaurant, your fabulous suite, premium drinks package, and enjoying everything across the rest of the ship as well. It's amazing. So you might want to consider that as well. Oh, wow. Tell you what, the world's your lobster, isn't it? 0800 953 4700, or do I mean oyster? I don't know. Who knows? What a lovely opportunity that is, though, and you've got plenty of dates at which you can choose it as well. It's brilliant. Now, you might be thinking, hang on a minute, they're normally gone by now. They're normally on another show by now. We're doing a double show on this one, and it's gone so quickly, I can't believe it. So make sure you stay right where you are, because we have got more to come. But first, let's hear why so many people book their cruise and stay holiday with us here at Cruise1st.
With over 20 years of travel experience, when booking with Cruise1st, you're dealing with the cruise specialists. We can tailor-make the perfect holiday for you, adding hotel stays and exciting land tours so you can fully immerse yourself in the destinations you're visiting. As a fully bonded member of APTA and Atoll Protected, you have the peace of mind that your booking is safe with us. We've been on your TV screens for over a decade, and we guarantee the best cruise prices. If you find one of our offers cheaper elsewhere on TV, then we'll match or beat that price. We allow you to spread the cost of your holiday with many of our deals. Just pay a deposit today, and then you have until your due date to pay your balance. Plus, we're one of the highest rated cruise agents on Trustpilot, with over 6,000 independent reviews, so you can be fully confident when booking your next holiday with Cruise1st.
Wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. Our team are just brilliant, honestly.
Yeah, I mean...
Oh, I know what I was going to say. I knew when we came back then, I was like, what was I going to say then? Because I was just watching as well. We were chatting, but I was watching that little video at the same time. Trustpilot reviews. I've just been through a whole load of our recent Trustpilot reviews. Honestly, our team, I have to say, particularly just pop into mind recent reviews. Mary and Martin get rave reviews all of the way through, as do all of our fabulous team. But actually, we can look at some now, shall we? Why not? Here's one that mentions Martin from John.
Martin's great, yeah.
Yeah, he is. This is our fourth holiday booked through Cruise1st, and once again, Martin in the sales team has been great, very knowledgeable and helpful, says John. Here's another from Susan. I've just booked my third cruise with Cruise1st, and I come back every time due to their extremely helpful cruise agents, and they're always, usually always the cheapest, and if not, they will do their best to price match as well. One more from Lorraine, who's first time booking with Cruise1st, so I wasn't sure what to expect, but I was soon reassured and impressed by the excellent service by Millie. Yes, Millie comes up a lot in reviews as well recently. Thanks for your patience with our questions and your knowledge. And thank you. And listen, Trustpilot, remember, is completely nothing to do with us here at Cruise1st, completely and utterly independent. So you'll see the good, bad and the ugly, no matter which company you look up. I urge you, go and look through page after page after page after page. Yes, there are going to be 1 or 2 negative reviews in there, but I often, when I see a very negative review, I look at that person's other reviews and find out that their reviews can often be negative on lots of things.
Yeah.
And there is no positive, there's no light there.
Absolutely.
But you know what? It's travel, and travel is very, very difficult to get everything 100% right. You know that if you're getting in the car from one place to the other, things can go wrong. Imagine we're travelling right the way around the world. Not everything goes to plan, but it's how we deal with those issues that keep us highly rated. So thank you for that, and go and read them, because don't take our word for it. Go and read the reviews of our real and genuine customers, because that will give you the confidence to come and book.
Yeah.
Amen.
Yeah, incredible.
Right, should we do another holiday?
Let's do another holiday.
Yes.
Now, if you're just itching to get away for some sunshine, how does a week in the Canaries and Portugal grab you for the 1st of December?
1st of December, you say?
Yes.
Yes,
we'll fly straight off from the UK to Tenerife to join the MSC Opera for a week to remember, part of the Lirica class. And this is not too far away when you think about it. My goodness. This is what? We are 2 months, that's it. Oh, this will be a nice one to get in the diary. Knowing you've got some winter sun not too far away will just keep you powering through dull November and October. Yeah, I mean, the thing about the Canaries is you're pretty much guaranteed to have great weather all year round, the temperate climate. Plus, get this, all inclusive. So that's your drinks package and your tips included. Wow. That is great. So you don't have to worry about that glass of wine, the glass of beer, the soft drinks, the water, all of that stuff. Now, this is premium extra drinks package. So think of your, high quality liquors and all of your blended cocktails. There's lots packed into that package.
I'm sorry to interrupt, Joe, just for a quick second, but Mr. P, which date is it that we fly back from our cruise with Derek? Is it the 8th of December? Would I be back in time to board this, maybe, for another week of all-inclusive cruise? Would be quite nice, because I was just thinking, I'd love to do this, and I was thinking, we're
Let's
on
cancel
our
the filming. We'll do it.
No, we're on our cruise already. We're not cancelling that for anything. But this would be quite nice to do.
Oh yeah.
It? Do you know, I haven't been on Opera yet, and I would love to see her as well. Because again, as we were saying before, it's almost the classic original MSC cruising with that really lovely sort of Mediterranean flair to it.
Classically elegant.
Yes.
It's not about the bells and whistles. It's about the refined cruising experience, and not too much. There's lots to do, of course. There's adventure golf, there's day-to-day activities, but it is not all singing, all dancing. You've got to do this, you've got to do that this time. It's lovely to be able to just enjoy a slower paced, relaxed vibe. Not as big as some of the other ships as well. The Aurea Spa is a wonderful place to go and relax, and they do have their thermal suite in there. You can enjoy the sauna, you can enjoy the thermal suites, which is great.
And they're so friendly as well.
They're very friendly. And here's the thing about being on a ship, a lot of people don't realise you've got a full spa, like literally everything, including haircuts and colours you can have done on board, which I think is amazing. So excited the first time I went.
You can go for a full spa day, can't you?
Full spa day, I know. I mean, and that is upstairs from your stateroom. You don't have to drive anywhere or go anywhere or book anywhere. It's all there for you.
Couldn't you do with that right now?
Absolutely. I'll have the full works, thank you. I'll have the mani-pedi massage combo and a seaweed wrap. Thank you very much.
We should make that a show one day. We have some of the MSC therapists come in, and we'll do a spa day and a show rolled into one. That'd be quite good, wouldn't it?
That sounds like an idea.
Anyway, let's do this cruise then. 7 nights, all inclusive, out of Tenerife. Around the Canaries we go.
Absolutely. We're into La Palmas in Gran Canaria first, which has got, you can go on an excursion to the Maspalomas Dunes, which is really fun, actually. We think about that being in like Saudi Arabia, but actually in the Canaries you can do it.
You can ride a camel there.
You can ride a camel. Then it's Fuerteventura, and Fuerteventura is lovely. One of the amazing things to do in these islands, by the way, is the dolphin and whale watching, and there will be probably crossing over potentially this time of year. But you've also got boat trips to enjoy the harbour. Then it's Funchal, and Funchal is, just a really lovely downtown area to enjoy. Of course, you are in Portugal, lots of Portuguese flair, but then you can head up to the cable car ride in Mount Toboggan as well.
Try the wine.
And try the wine, of course. La Palma is next, also in the fabulous Canaries. And in La Palma, you can just take a beach day if you want to, just really relax. But a nice little tour you could do there is the guided volcano trek and La Manchas. Then we're into Lanzarote. Now, the islands are very geothermal, so you've got Giza there, of course, you've got thermal pools you can visit, Timanfaya National Park, which is the volcanic national park, UNESCO World Heritage. Tour to do here is the Craters, Lava Tubes and Cactus Gardens tour. We're back into Tenerife for our flight back to the UK after a wonderful, all-inclusive, winter sun-drenched break.
Oh, so ready for that. I was just thinking, actually, if you've never been to the Canary Islands before, I do think of the strangest things sometimes. I'm just thinking that quite a lot of us in our front room or, next to a window somewhere, I bet you've got some in pots. I've got these tiny little cactus, so big, like the size of an egg, right? If you're lucky. You want to see them in the Canary Islands. They are huge, and I mean massive. And you've got to see them. You see them if you take a tour, you just see them at the side of the road everywhere, and you'll see them in the resorts as well as you go. They are fascinating. They put your little treasured cactus to shame, really, at home. Don't forget to water them once a week. That seems to be my thing with cactus. Anyway, back to this holiday. Other dates on this package run from December this year all the way through to March in 2026. There are lots of different choices, but if you're ready to get away on the 1st of December, the 8th of December, is it? The 8th of December, if you're ready to get away on the 8th of December, then this price includes your flights to and from Tenerife, then the MSC Opera cruise, which is a week all-inclusive with a drinks package and your gratuities included as well. Oh my word, yes, of course it's the 8th of December. That's the date we get back from Cruise with Derek, isn't it? Do we get back on time in time to board this? I'd miss some filming. Apparently, Mr. P says no, you can't. Oh, thanks.
Let's go.
Should we just do it anyway? $899 per person. That's ridiculous, isn't it? Now, this is based on a London flight, but we have regional flights available on this offer as well. For a supplement, just talk to the team and we'll get that sorted for you because we're doing this in and out of Tenerife, aren't we? $899. Yes, quite a few airports go to Tenerife. Now, you'll know if your local airport goes there. We can book you on there. Right, let's look at the upgrades then. Ocean View Balcony and Aurea Suite. Honestly, I can't complain though. I would have just been away for the best part of 2 weeks in the Caribbean. I can't really sort of complain that Mr. P has said, no, you have to come back and do some work after that.
By the way, I also was just looking, and November to February is the best time to see whale migration in the Canaries. You can see the fin whales, humpback potentially, and blue whales. And having done whale watching out there, it's spectacular. I couldn't believe how good it was in the Canaries. It's so good.
Yeah.
And I've done it in Alaska. It was actually better in some ways. So yeah, great time to potentially see whales when you're out there.
And they are absolutely fascinating. It's funny, I've just been watching a documentary about Patagonia on TV. And seeing whale behaviour, and obviously that's where the whales go to at certain times of the year, and then they go to other times of the year as well. But they are the most fascinating creatures.
Oh, they're amazing.
And they sing underwater as well, which you can only pick up with sonic equipment. Anyway, that's a whole new show, isn't it? It's fascinating. So whale watching isn't just about, like gawping at dolphins that jump up and down off the side of the ship. I mean, they are fascinating. Whales, I mean, they move with such grace because they are massive. I mean, some of them are like heavier than the ships that you're on.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? It's
bonkers.
Ridiculous. Crazy. Anyway, we must move on. Now, if you're already dreading the winter that we are tiptoeing into right now, How about 2 weeks of Caribbean sunshine and landing back here on the morning of Christmas Eve?
Ooh.
Well, you might not, I mean, you could extend your offer and not land on the morning of Christmas Eve, but the package as it is lands us back in the UK in the morning of Christmas Eve. Now, it's our wonderful offer with MSC, which flies you straight off to Barbados on the 10th of December to meet a ship you're very well familiar with, our very own ship, MSC Virtuosa. Virtuosa that lives in Southampton,
yes,
through the season with us here in the UK. And then she goes out for a bit of sunshine in the Caribbean in the winter, and who can blame her? And you can be there. She'll be there waiting for you in Barbados. You've got 2 weeks of cruising. Now, if you've cruised Virtuosa already, we're preaching to the converted here already. You know how beautiful she is. You know how fab the dining is. You know how when you're out in the Caribbean as well, there's always going to be a party going up on top deck.
Yeah, they really love to celebrate, and they really love to have deck parties on MSC. And obviously, when we were on board the Virtuosa and we enjoyed Europe, they were indoors, but it all goes outside when you're in the Caribbean. Caribbean night, they have that silent disco, 70s and 80s night, all of that fun stuff.
They're not so silent though, are they, disco? It's quite funny actually. It's silent disco and everyone's got their headphones on, but also there's a DJ playing other music in the Galleria as well at the same time. So it's a bit of an assault on the senses. But it's great fun to watch. It's
great fun, and you really get in the spirit as well when you're enjoying that incredible Caribbean breeze out on deck with a cocktail in hand, doing the can or the cha-cha or whatever it is. What did you call it? The one that they go around, the conga. That's it, the conga line. So lots of fun things like that on offer. The sailaways in the Caribbean are always a party too, because again, you're out on deck enjoying that weather. So you can, of course, just watch the sun sinking down behind you onto the horizon as the islands go into the distance and just think this is the life, because that's what it feels like when you're out there.
And if you want the best views as well, and a nice little sort of quieter bolt hole, get up to the Sky Lounge, because that gives you panoramic views out across the top of the ship and out to sea. And it feels like, it feels a little bit like, like the Captain's Club kind of feel.
It really does,
It's really nice up there.
Yeah, we spent lots of time up there when we were on our cruise, putting the world to rights. And of course, you have this wonderful walking deck around the ship. A lot of people forget about this, but actually you can walk a mile all around. I think it's 2 laps of the ship to walk a mile. And you can run or walk every day to get some fresh air, which is nice. But there's the gym as well. If you like to do classes, they offer everything from spinning to, HIIT classes in the gym. So that's an option too, if you wanted to keep nice and healthy during your trip.
And it is well supported as well. I've been on a few of these MSC cruises as well, and I always think, who is it that goes to the gym? Do people really go to the gym? Because the gyms are massive. And actually, when you go in there, you're like, oh, maybe I should be doing a bit of this.
I love seeing people up there in their flip-flops after, not that I'd recommend that, on the treadmill. Okay, I'm just going to go up here after my beverage. You're on a cruise, so there's no rules anymore.
Well, and after you've been to the gym, you can just put your robe on and then just go down to the public pool or whatever.
Oh,
Go and lounge there.
Absolutely.
Have a nice drink.
Anything goes. You're on holiday.
Well, we are in the Caribbean.
Yes.
We can't let our hair down. I wish I could.
No shirt, no shoes, no problem.
Absolutely.
As they say in Margaritaville.
Right, out of Barbados.
You might see in many of the ports. St George's is first in Grenada, which is the Spice Isle. You can take the powerboat tour. You can actually do zip lining there as well. There's lots to enjoy. The Best of Grenada, Spice Estate, Grand Atang Park, and the Annandale Falls is a great one to do. Then it's St Lucia, and in St Lucia you have the amazing world famous Petong National Park to visit and the lovely rainforest right there. You might want to go and swim with dolphins. Maybe this is on your bucket list. The place to do it is the Caribbean, let me tell you. Then we're in Fort de France, beautiful Martinique, which is one of the French islands in the Caribbean. It's charming, beautiful beaches, a real kind of south of France flair to the downtown area. They even have French bakeries there. Then it's Pointe-à-Pitre, Guadeloupe, which is another French island. Now, the bustling centre of town is also a wonderful place to visit, but there are some lovely little hidden gems, such as the island of Gossier, not too far away. Take a taxi there and enjoy unspoilt paradise. Then it's Tortola, which is part of the British Virgin Islands. Why not take a 4x4 adventure tour whilst you're there, or head to just downtown to enjoy some of the wonderful local sites not too far afield from the port. Basseterre St Kitts awaits us next, where you can visit Brimstone Hill Fortress for great history, and Romney Manor indeed as well. Maybe you're going to head over to Nevis whilst you're there on tour, not too far away, of course, by boat. Then it's St John's Antigua, where you can enjoy the Heritage Quay complex right there at the terminal with great shopping. Pigs Paradise, yes, there is actually a beach where you can meet the pigs and swim with the pigs whilst you're in Antigua. That's a fun thing to do. Then we're back into Martinique for another day, and I love that you've got an extra little stay here. Now, from where the ship docks, you can literally take a ferry over to some of the most sumptuous beaches. That is an excursion in itself. Or speak to the wonderful crew on board about booking another excursion, and another day in Guadeloupe awaits us. This volcanic, lush, green, verdant island is full of incredible natural beauty, including waterfalls. So maybe you do kind of a whistle-stop bus tour around the island to get a flare of it. Then it's Kingstown and St Vincent. This is one of the most unspoilt islands on the itinerary. They have some incredible botanical gardens to visit, and it's a real natural paradise full of lovely banana plantations and lush tropical beauty. Then it's back into Barbados, where you'll disembark and fly back to the UK. Now, this is a really port-intensive adventure, and it's kind of a double cruise, isn't it, this one? So you've got the extra little stays in Martinique and...
It's wonderful.
Yeah.
Can I just say me and maths? Because this is 15 nights, isn't it? So actually that means that you'd be landing on Christmas Day. Now that is a reason to book an extra couple of nights in a hotel in Barbados and stay for Christmas Day and Boxing Day at least, isn't it? So as it is, you'd actually land on Christmas Day back in the UK. Well, at least the roads are quiet, aren't they? On Christmas Day, aren't they? So this package runs from December through to March, but if you want the price for the 10th of December, the price I'm about to give you includes your flights to and from Barbados and 2 weeks of cruising on MSC Virtuosa in the Caribbean. Gratuities included, and you are home on Christmas Day. But of course you can always extend and have a couple of nights in a hotel in Barbados. See how this price suits you. If you've been looking at Christmas and New Year cruises, or December cruises, and you've been looking at a couple of weeks in the Caribbean, how does this compare with the other things that you've seen? 1599, 2 weeks of Caribbean cruising and flights to and from Barbados. So there's no kind of 7, 8, 10 day sail out to the Caribbean. You're flying straight there in a day and getting straight on board for 2 weeks of cruising and then flying back and being back on Christmas Day. I personally would want to add a couple of nights in a hotel in Barbados, or maybe somewhere else. Maybe you fly to, I don't know, Orlando from Barbados. I don't know where you can fly to from Barbados, but the team can check it out for you. Maybe you fly to Orlando. The parks are open on Christmas Day in Orlando, aren't they? So there's no reason not to be there on that kind of day. Anyway, right, on this one, got another offer for you as well. Book an ocean view, nice view of the ocean. Actually, it's bigger than that, isn't it? It's a massive window on an ocean view. For an extra $299, we'll upgrade that to the doors of the balcony for free for you. How about that? And you can add the easy drinks package to this offer for an extra $299 per person. Now, the premium extra drinks package is also available, and you can talk to the team about adding that as well on 0800 953 4700. Let's have a look at those upgrade details then. So, easy drinks packages, which I think is drinks up to €9, I think somewhere in that kind of region, for an extra $299. Or you can add the premium extra drinks package, which is obviously more comprehensive. Talk to the team about today's price on that, 0800 953 4700. But if you do want to get up to balcony, it's just one upgrade to pay up to the ocean view, and then we'll upgrade you for free to the balcony, which is always very, very nice, particularly as you're in the Caribbean. So the whole no shirt, no shorts thing is fine out on your own balcony.
No problem.
You do what you like on your own balcony. Just be aware that you might be on the side of the ship when you're docking that faces the port. So just be aware that if, normally You would walk around your own bedroom in your birthday suit, that's fine. What you do in your own home is completely your own affair. But when you do it on a cruise ship, come out on your balcony in the Altogether, you may be saying hello to the locals a little sooner than you thought. Just saying. Anyway, that's just something to bear in mind on any cruise as well, by the way, because it depends on which side of the ship that your cabin is actually on.
Very true.
Yes, because
Very
sometimes
true.
you're looking into, I remember when we went into, I think it was Rotterdam or somewhere like that, you open your balcony door, I think it was, and I was just looking into somebody's office. I was like, oh, hello, morning. I did have some clothes on. Anyway, I don't know why I felt the need to say that. Anyway, that show, how quickly has it gone?
I know.
That was an hour, you know.
Zipped by, hasn't it?
Gone. If
Yeah.
you missed any of it, you can watch the whole thing again on our YouTube channel, of course. All of our shows are there. And if you want to get booking, and I would get booking, if there's a deal that you've seen that you want, jump on the phone lines, toot sweet, as they say in France, on 0800 953 4700. Was there anyone, well, it's a kind of like stupid question this, isn't it? But was there anyone that grabbed you in particular in that show?
Oh my goodness, where do we even start?
Yeah.
The deals were off the charts.
Everyone really, isn't it? I have one of those and one of those and one of those.
Absolutely. You've got to get booking, guys. Remember, it's always 5 o'clock somewhere.
See you soon.